Alright, and we're live. Starting a minute early, but that's negligible. So, this week we have 3 Smackdowns, and I just want to give a quick disclaimer. 3 Smackdowns means that I'm probably going to talk a whole lot. There are a lot of matches that we have to go through as we are building for SummerSlam, and I just want to point out my throat hurts a lot. There's a reason I wasn't live on Sunday. Feeling a little bit sick. Better now, thankfully. But yeah, I'm probably gonna mute my mic and cough a lot in between. But that shouldn't take away from the action we're gonna see on the screen itself. So, 3 Smackdowns. As I said, the 3 Smackdowns in between the Great American Bash that we did last week and SummerSlam that we're gonna do next week on stream. So that should be exciting. We have 3 main feuds that we're gonna focus on over these 3 weeks, which are Batista, Bobby Lashley, Undertaker, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton. 2 of which are for titles, which of course Batista versus Lashley is for the world title, Triple H, Undertaker for the US title, and we have a couple of other things running in the back as well. I'm mostly excited for the things we're going to do after SummerSlam, because we're really starting to build a brand at this point. So let's not waste any more time, and let's just get to the matches. I do want to say all the contracts are running until after SummerSlam, so that's not something we're going to have to worry about. So after every SmackDown, we'll quickly go past the roster to see if anyone is indeed content or unsatisfied, so we can deal with that if we really need to. And we're quickly going to check out the Power 25s, but other than that, we're just going to be heavily matched focus this week. So, let's get to it. Gonna start off with our very first pre-show match, which is Vito versus Kid Cash versus Gregory Helms. I do hope that I can play every single one of the matches on these 3 match cards within the time frame that we have. It's going to be a lot. But it also will make sure that no one's gonna get extremely unsatisfied or threaten to leave SmackDown, because that's just something we don't want to happen. But if we need to, we're just gonna skip a couple of the Velocity matches, because those are not amongst the most important people we have on SmackDown, to be fair. Yeah, kicking off with this triple threat match, Vito, Kid Cash, and Gregory Helms. Stay down 3 Vito and Kid Cash.
And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is. You're not kidding, Cole. There's the submission hold.
Kid Cash is struggling with the reach.
I've seen a lot of superstars
tap out
this one, Cole. You and me both, partner. And we might be about to see another one right here. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars. And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition. Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
This ain't easy to get out of either, Cole.
And I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple. We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this. I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen. You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. Watch your head. Too late. He connected with the Shining Wizard.
Okay,
come on,
shame.
quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Kid Cash no-selling that Shining Wizard.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, oh man, this is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in. I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is what a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here. Won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
Tag team move, double suplex.
Vito is absolutely ruthless, and I for one hope that he meets his match here tonight. Let me tell you something right now. I grew up on the streets, and I know a lot of paisans like Vito. And these aren't the type of guys you want to talk smack about, if you get my drift.
Oh, I get your drift all right, Taz. He's measuring his opponent.
Oh, man. Wow. Wicked shining wizard. Right to the beat.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. Man, you just can't put anything over on... And there's the counter, Cole. Man, this crowd really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz. And he's feeding off that energy right now. He's going for the pin.
Gregory Owens wins. Thankfully, we only had enough wrestlers left for one velocity match, so this week shouldn't take too long.
Wow, that was a heck of a match. I wouldn't mind seeing it go a little bit longer.
Neither would I.
Here's your winner, Gregory Helm.
I hope we get to see.
Helm's making his way up the ladder. Cruiserweight division is of course still going very strong. A lot of good talent. And speaking of the Cruiserweight division, its champion is going to face off against Carlito in the opening match for Smackdown. In obviously a non-title fight, as Carlito is not a Cruiserweight. But this match is purely all about momentum. Carlito trying to prove that the Cruiserweights can do a whole lot more.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is
defeat the champion.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Beautiful DDT to Chavo.
Paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about energy.
There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars.
Both men trying to do their legacies proud. Of course, Carlito, part of the Puerto Rican
man, we know where this is going.
Chavo of the legendary Guerrero family.
What a counter that was.
Chavo going for the cover of the Corey bomb. Is this going to be enough already? Carlito able to kick out after 2.5.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stare at your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly...
There's the reversal, Cole.
Big back suplex by Carlito.
Man, you talk about superstars
turning the momentum of this match around.
We're looking at him right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't... He's
going
going
for
for
the
the pin,
Chavo. It's the Irish whip. Carlito with power kicking out of the cover.
I gotta tell you, Cole, you know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match. Oh boy, looks like someone's moving up in the world.
A lot of distance to cover and apparently too much. Very unfortunate. Carlito going for the Boston Drop.
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you can cut this tension with a knife. I don't think he means he's been looking for that all match, Cole, and now he's taking advantage.
You're taking advantage is a rather generous way to put it. He's cheating.
Trying to go for the back suplex, but Carlito just too heavy for the Cruiserweight Chavo.
Ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they
DDT
came to
planting
see.
Carlito.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle.
Oops.
I think someone's been taking flying lessons, Taz.
Man, he's
Great
crazy.
frog splash for that. Going for the cover. No nosh to the late great Eddie Guerrero. But it's not enough to put Carlito away.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
Massive back suplex by Carlito.
If you try to
That was
let
Chavo,
something
I mean,
bad
sorry.
just because this superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and wouldn't see that fire go out pronto. I think he's gonna fly, Cole.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. Look at that. That's going to go over big.
Another beautiful frog splash. And Carlito again able to kick out, and Chavo almost rightfully complaining to the referee.
That was a textbook reversal.
I hope this isn't the
Small package by Chavo.
Wow, they don't get much closer than that.
Second attempt.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost three.
Big reversal by
He was one
Carlito.
step ahead on that one.
This has been a great. Gotta be careful when you're going up there. Oh, come on, quit showing
Third time's a charm. Question mark. Chavo going for the cover again after a third frog splash. And that is indeed enough to put Carlito away.
What a match. And I don't think that pinfall left any doubt in anyone's mind who the
Here's your winner,
Yeah, he was the better man tonight.
Chavo Guerrero.
That might be easier said than done, Taz. It's hard not to feel good.
Next up, we got Johnny Nitro and Joey Mercury taking on Super Crazy and Psychosis. Newly crowned tag team champions in a non-tag team title match. However, if Super Crazy and Psychosis manage to pull off a victory, that championship match should come pretty closely. For tonight's promos, of course, good to let everyone know we're doing 2 advertisement promos. Smackdown is very long patch at the moment.
This one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in, man.
Mercury had a great
Really
showing
swung this guy.
against the likes of
There's no
Big Show
doubt
and
that these
Kane
fans
last
Looks like
night.
they got the tag, Cole.
When Nitro and Mercury finally won the tag team titles, it was a hard-fought
And there's
match,
the counter, Cole.
very well deserved. And now they already need to test their tag team
I
prowess
gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out.
against another tag
I
team.
have no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that
Must be a good feeling to know that those tag titles are not on the line, so
And it hurts even worse than it looks.
any leftover fatigue should not be a major issue. Referee complaining to Nitro.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. Ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able
Nitro
to
already
outlast
going
their
for that
opponent.
spinning leg drop.
I hope, and there's the pin.
Which is not comment on that poor choice of attack from the AI. Which is not. He was just too late. Mercury stopped him. That's the story we're gonna tell ourselves. Anyway,
That was a
Nitro and
decisive
Mercury.
victory for him. The future's looking bright for that man.
Keep on
Here are your winners,
Whenever you continue opponents,
Johnny Nitro
you send them a pretty
and
strong
Joey
Not just to your
Mercury.
opponent, but to the entire locker room as well.
Next up, one half of the former tag team champions, Big Show, trying to regain some momentum against Booker T. Like I said there in the intro, I'm gonna mute my mic quite often to cough. Sorry.
Come on, quit showing off. This
A
is
lot of
supposed to be a
strikes by
wrestling
Big
match,
Show
not a
early on in the
popularity
match against
contest.
Booker.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big
Booker
payoff.
trying to wrestle Big Show and hits him with a beautiful back suplex. We know as much beautiful as more or less impressive against a man of Big Show's size.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your
Big
career.
leg
We
drop
both
from the
called
Big
hundreds
Show.
more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. Hey, the ref's got a tough job.
He's got his opponent by the throat.
Big
He's
Show
got his opponent up. And
already
what
going
goes
for the
up
choke slam.
must come down.
What a counter that was. This capacity crowd is making
Booker
their
quick on the
opinions known
reversal.
tonight.
No surprise there, Cole.
Trying to stay in this
The WWE
fight.
fans ain't exactly known for keep. And there's the counter, Cole.
Booker with a neck break to Big
I
Show.
thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is going to end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, man. This crowd is really swelling this. Now that's the way you do it. Let your opponent know who the boss is.
Or you can just keep posturing and give your opponent time to recover. This superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're going to see that fire go out flat.
Big reversal to Booker at perhaps a crucial moment in this match.
So far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the
Booker taking
highlight
control
has
on
been
the
so
chain
far?
and lands Big Show down with yet another back
You decide
suplex.
to shut your yap for a few seconds, but I can enjoy it in
Booker
peace.
struggling to breathe after the offense that he's
He's got
taken
this crowd solidly
towards
behind
the
him.
torso.
And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, Cole.
But the heart
That's a
of
huge
Booker.
distraction, in my opinion.
Never failing Booker as he tries to fight back
When it comes
against the
to
sheer
fan favorites,
might
there's no
of Big Show.
superstar more beloved by the WWE fans than Booker T.
He's got something big planned here, Cole.
He sure does.
Another
What a
choke
huge
slam.
showstopper.
Referee not calling for the knockout, but I don't see Booker kicking out of this. And he doesn't. 3 count for the Big Show as he picks up a victory after losing the tag titles.
I don't think there's any question in anyone's mind who won that match, Taz.
There should be, Cole.
Here's your winner, The Big Show.
I hope it's not the last time.
Next up is Big Show's tag partner Kane taking on the biggest little man, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio starting off with some striking offense, but Kane does not seem impressed.
It's been said before, but that doesn't make it any less true. Kane is pure evil to the core. This monster doesn't care about anyone or anything.
And you say that like it's a bad thing.
No, but there's more to being a WWE superstar than brutalizing your opponents. I don't think Kane knows that. Or if he does, he doesn't care. Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole.
But I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it. But as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole.
Kane striking away at Rey Mysterio at this point. Rey trying to fight back with a reversal.
Rey Mysterio never fails to impress me, Taz. It seems like every time I see him in the ring, he finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
You know, Cole, people say that Rey Mysterio is just too small or not big enough to compete and be successful in this business, and that's crazy. Just look at this guy's history and look at the present.
Look at this. He's
Kane going for a choke slam.
He's got this guy way up there, Cole. Oh, jeez, look at this.
Lands Rey down with authority.
Keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz. This capacity crowd is making their opinions
What a
known.
finish. That lands Rey down with a powerbomb as well. And that's enough for the ref to call the knockout. Kane with a very impressive victory here tonight. Something he desperately needed, coming off his defeat at the Great American Bash.
He just knocked his opponent out cold right there.
Here's your winner,
About who the dominant superstar
Kane.
That's for sure, Cole. I'll tell you what, I hope these guys have a rematch so we can prove it again.
Next up, DX taking on their rivals Randy Orton and The Undertaker. Orton and Michaels have been going after each other since the very beginning of this General Manager Mode Adventures. So far it's been very unclear who the better man is amongst these two. Triple H at the Great American Bash became the United States Champion after dethroning Bobby Lashley, who has been extremely dominant as United States Champion.
The thing you gotta remember about
Coming off that victory, Triple H is riding all the momentum in the world.
Inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool, keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead man, Taz. Surely you can't forget about them.
Well, you see, that's the other 50%, Cole. Good luck with that, if you know what I'm saying. And by the way, let me ask you a question. You call me Shirley? Wow, great reversal.
Orton trying to go after Triple H. Got some offense in.
That was a textbook reversal.
Orton able to sidestep multiple attacks from Triple
Man,
H.
this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch
choice for a broadcast partner, right?
You know what you should do, girl pants?
Oh my God!
Triple H going for the pedigree.
Pedigree.
Dangerous position for Randy Orton.
And here's the cover.
Undertaker able to stop the pin attempt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars, for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by. I think he's got a song he wants to play for his opponent.
Michaels and Triple H isolating Orton from the dead man until both of them can hit their finishers and get Orton to be called knocked out. Very clever strategizing from DX. Of course, a very experienced tag
What a
team.
match! These
See
superstars.
what an experienced does against just two solo guys.
Here are your winners,
Better way to prove that you're a
Triple H
No argument there, Taz.
and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Next up, World Heavyweight Champion Batista taking on Bobby Lashley, who just recently lost his United States Champion at the Great American Bash to Triple H. Lashley has been arguably the most successful wrestler in WWE this year, at least according to win-loss records. Now, is he going to be able to defeat one of the other most dominant wrestlers we've seen this year in Batista?
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars. Wow, look at that confidence.
He's letting his opponent know who the boss is.
He better watch out, though. His cockiness could backfire in a major way.
Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's just because his opponents really let him psych him out. You can't back down from a dude like Batista.
Oh, would you look at this? Talk about arrogant
Lashley
and
very
sickening.
confident
Actually,
in this match
that's not
against
arrogance,
Batista.
That's confidence, and that's what wins matches.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you gotta be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is a
Reversal by Batista.
You can't let your
Old man
opponent
of
think
ball
that
on the
you're
outside.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
Big
And the
shoulder
crowd is coming
breaker
alive tonight with a chant
by
directed at
Batista
the
to Bobby
superstars in the
Lashley.
ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds
Seen a bit
me
of a brawl
why
on
I
the
prefer to stay
outside.
on
Both
this
men are
side
back
of
in the
announce
ring.
table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You should let me train you. You should be cruiserweight champion.
Batista kicking away Bobby
I've
Lashley.
heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. He's going for the submission.
This is the
Anyway,
most
yeah,
strength
he's
that
got the
anyone
whole
has ever
lot
shown
there.
against Lashley over the last year. And that's
You talk about
exactly
raw power.
why we
You
wanted to
talk
see
about
this matchup.
intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
Hey, there's no doubt he's a very impressive dude, no question. But let's not get too carried away here. It's not like he's the... What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
I think
Lashley
that if one of
again
these
throwing
superstars
Batista to the
successfully
outside.
executes their finishing move, this one is over.
Batista
That ain't
again, another
necessarily the
reversal.
case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. The story was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner. Into the crowd they go. I can't believe it.
Don't
Believe it,
think
Cole.
Lashley
These
knows what he's
superstars are
doing.
nuts. There's the reversal, Cole. These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And look at that. That's going to go over big with the
Lashley
fans and
again
build some
throwing Batista to the
momentum at the same
outside.
time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
Seems like the Lashley this is more about
reversal.
showing
Can he
strength
follow
than
up?
actually picking up a victory.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And
Big
we've got
reversal
the
by
best seats in the
Batista.
house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory.
Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. What's he going for here?
Looks like the dominator to me. Good night, Irene.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle.
Double count out for Lashley and Batista. Lashley just unable to reach that 10 count to get back into the ring. Arguably, you could say that Lashley was having the upper hand, but we saw a lot of glimpses from Batista trying to fight back. And it seems like for now we're just gonna have an unclear winner. Alright, let's see what the news is saying. Kurt Angle managed to defend the WWE title. I'm not gonna see against who. I'm gonna go over the matches in a second. May not have been the highest rated match of the week, but hardcore match between John Cena won it, okay. New deal for Big Show. That's what we did at the end of last stream. Shawn Michaels prevailed in a good showing. And a victory for Ric Flair, which is more Raw news. Okay. An email? No email. It's good. Emails are pointless anyway. Thumbs up for that. Taker wants a title match. Vito wants a victory. That's okay. Earned quite a lot of cash. Batista finally back on 1. Lashley dropped from 1 to 5. Fortunate for him after losing the US title. Nitro still climbing. This is what our top 5 looks like right now. Shabo's getting it's getting pretty high up there. What's his popularity anyway? Not even that high. Okay. First checking out Raw. Nothing on Heat. Tori Wilson defeated Kennedy and Boogeyman. Cool. Melina defeated Chris Masters. Sure. Hardcore Holly defeated Shelton Benjamin. Managed by Matt Hardy. Kinda like that combination. Benjamin and Hardy. Ric Flair defeated Edge. Cena and Van Dam defeated Finlay and Burchill. No surprise. Kurt Angle retained against Mick Foley. Alright, ratings for this show are not particularly good. Let's just agree on that. But overall, not going too bad after Great American Bash. I always expect a dip. And we made some decent money. Might as well renew Kid Cash's contract by another 3 months. That's all we're gonna do for now. I'm gonna keep a little bit of cash. So let's see. I actually planned all 3 weeks in advance because we do have to go over a lot of things. So we're gonna have another triple threat match between Kid Cash, Super Crazy, and Gregory Helms. Psychosis taking on Vito. And Chavo taking on Joey Mercury. Both with a lot of good of upwards momentum, so it's kind of exciting. Johnny Nitro taking on Carlito. Kane versus Booker T. We're gonna have one advertisement. Did I put that right? Oh yeah, I did. Undertaker versus Big Show. There we go. Triple H versus Rey Mysterio. Rivalry attack with Triple H attacking Taker. And with this, we're just gonna cheap out, not having rematches by doing this. There we go. Should we do this, or should we build something up? We're gonna do an interview space because we have plenty of cash to go around. Just gonna give Chavo an interview, because why not? He can use the boost. Trying to make something at the Cruiserweight title. Okay. So far, 40-minute mark. And we've done one show, we've set up the second, so I think we might be able to pull this off. Do all 3 Smackdowns. We do have 2 more Velocity matches, but next week also only has 1 Velocity match, so that's a good thing. Let's get to this.
What a jerk! How about a little less posing and a little more action?
Pump the brakes, girl pants. There's nothing wrong with getting inside your opponent's head like this. This has been a great match. I don't think the fans like that one too much.
Nasty.
I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends in that.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
I think this might be the dead level.
Sure is. That's a modified brainbuster right there. And that'll do a number on your opponent, I'm telling you. I think it's time for dead level. Here it comes.
It certainly is, and that move leaves little doubt
Two
about who's in control of this
brainbusters.
match.
Go for the cover
And
and some
here's the
crazy.
cover.
Too much time has passed. Helms in the meantime, back up on his
I'll
feet.
tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really, I love it. Talk about rubbing your opponent's face in it.
Yes, but this might not be the smartest course of action. This match is far from over.
There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky. These superstars have been going on all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole.
With Cash
Ain't no
with a
way you're gonna
tremendous
win a
amount
match
of
if you're
control
out
in
of
this
gas
match.
2 minutes into it.
Just
Say
got the
that
low blow
again.
by Gregory
I've seen
Allen.
matches won and
Definitely
lost
stopped him in his
simply because
tracks.
one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you.
He's got his opponent in position for
Both
a
Cash
brainbuster.
going for another
Hey,
brainbuster
Goofy,
and super
not just any
crazy.
brain buster. That's the dead level.
And that's the knockout.
Holy great match, Cole. Talk about a rocket buster.
You're not kidding, Ted.
Here's your winner,
Beat the hell out of each other until one
Kid
man
Cash.
Man, I'll tell you, these great WWE
Strong
fans
victory for
definitely
Kid
got their
Cash.
money's worth.
Here in the opening match for Velocity. As we're gonna move on to Psychosis versus Vito. Kitchen sink by Vito in the opening seconds of the match.
Really swelling this guy's head. I love it.
Vito always showing grit in every single
Yes,
one of
but
his
this might not
matches.
be the smartest course of action. This match is far from over.
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting. What's he up to now?
Oh, check it out. Big double underhook DDT. Code of silence. You need that, Cole.
Vito already with the code of silence. Now going for the
This
cover
could
of
be three right
Psychosis
here.
might be a little bit early in the match to pull out that move.
They don't get
And it
much
seems
closer
like
than
it
that.
was Psychosis able to kick out.
Oh, would you look at this? Talk about arrogant. It's sickening.
Actually, I think it's great. That's not arrogance, that's confidence. And that's what wins matches.
He was one step ahead on that one. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum
Well
at the
executed
same
flow
time.
by the DDT
Really
by
gotta watch out for
Psychosis.
your opponent
And a
when they get
reversal by
fired up
Vito.
like this.
Instantly stopping that build of momentum.
Man, you talk about superstars and we got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potential potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're...
Oh, man. This is just about
Single
the
leg
last hole
Boston
you want
grab.
to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
And again with the punches to the temple of psychosis.
Not for nothing. This Vito's a
Nothing fancy
bona fide
about it,
monster.
but certainly
He'll tear you
very
limb from limb
effective.
just as soon as you look at it.
Oh, my. The submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. He's got his opponent right where he wants him.
And there it is. The code of silence.
And a second code of silence, enough to put psychosis knockout.
What a match. These superstars brutalized each other until one of them was unable
Here's your winner,
Think of a better way to prove that you're a
Vito.
Next up is Cruiserweight Champion Chavo Guerrero versus one half of the WWE Tag Team titles, Joey Mercury. Two champions with some good momentum over the last couple of weeks. And who's going to continue their momentum and who's just going to have to step back a little bit. Chavo with some striking offense at the early going into the match, with Mercury able to throw
this
Chavo
match
out
is
of the
so
ring.
good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast
Beautiful
partner,
analysis by Chavo, just jumping into the ring instantly into that dropkick. But Mercury is not faced.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time.
Beautiful
You know,
reversal by
Cole, I'd
Mercury.
ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claim to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect
Back suplex by
superstars who stick
Mercury.
within the rules and show
Reversal
some
to Chavo.
sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole. I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your... Oh, man. This is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
Chavo with the Boston grab.
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a
Doing
pivotal moment in
damage
this
to the
match.
torso,
It's sure
softening it
good.
up for
There's
that.
a lot of pressure being applied in that hole, Cole.
What a beautiful frog splash that Chavo does.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover either. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
Well, what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole.
Chavo working the arm of Mercury.
Freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
Submission maneuver. You must be
Chavo
familiar with
always
this
so
one, Taz.
amazing
Yeah, I've been on both
bringing out
sides of
these
it, Cole,
different
that's the truth.
submissions.
And let me tell you, it's better to give than...
Nice reversal.
Chavo again going for the arm,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an
trying to take
incredible
down
display of
every
athletic
single
ability here
limb
tonight.
of Joey Mercury, stopping every sort of offense that he can muster.
Crying out loud. They're the greatest
Mercury now
athletes
with
in
the
the world.
reversal.
True enough, Taz. There's no off season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they need it in the
Back
ring.
suplex
And
from
they do it
Mercury.
all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
Running bulldog for Chavo.
I'll
Going
tell
for
you.
the cover.
There's the pin.
Can his opponent kick out?
That was like 2.5, Cole. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford.
Oh my, there's the
Final
submission hold.
stretch.
He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well,
He's looking to put his opponent
Chavo
right
going for the
here.
gory
and
bomb.
this will do it. The glory bomb. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground.
He can get the pin
It's the
right
frog
here.
splash as well. Gory bomb and the frog splash.
Joe's got the
And
three
Mercury
right there,
able to
Cole.
kick out after 2. And Chavo is wondering how that's possible and arguing with the referee in frustration. Probably not the best idea. But very understandable.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to
Very
happen.
impressive.
But I can't
Mercury
tell you
able to kick
how
out
glad I
of
am that it did.
both the gory bomb and that frog
Anytime
splash.
you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
Chavo with the abdominal stretch, able to make Mercury tap.
That's a tough way to lose a match, having to tap out to a submission hold like that.
Here's your winner,
Risk of potentially career-end injury?
Chavo
I
Guerrero.
don't imagine that it makes it any easier.
Next up, we get Kane versus Booker T. Booker T failing against... sorry, we have Nitro versus Carlito first. Oh, rookie mistake. Just see Mercury losing a hard-fought battle against Chavo. Let's see if Nitro is gonna have a little bit more luck with Carlito.
He was one step
Opening
ahead
match
on
of
that one.
Smackdown this week. Carlito starting over the reversal.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and wouldn't see that fire go out pronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic
It was
ability
Fortnite
here
free
tonight.
dive.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no
Carlito stopping the
off-season for them.
rebound
There's
on
no
the
month
ropes,
or two off between matches.
making Nitro
There
fill
sure
his
ain't,
drop
Cole.
kick.
I mean, these guys are here week in and week out. Every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
He can talk all he wants, Cole, but once he's lost the match, this guy's gonna wish that he spent more time going after his opponent.
I think you're wrong about that, Taz. I think this is going to make his victory tonight that much sweeter. It sounds like his capacity crowd is
Beautiful
soaking
close
up
one
the
by
minds,
Nitro.
Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying
Now
customers.
he's going for that spinning leg drop. Carlito's down, but is he out?
here's the
Going for the
cover.
cover, gets the 1, 2,
Oh,
not
man,
the
I
3.
can't believe
2.5
that
for
wasn't
Nitro after that spinning leg drop. Back to action it is.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas. He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got the hook locked in.
Man, you talk about
Nitro with a
superstars who ain't got
sweeper.
an ounce of good in them, huh? You're looking at him right here.
And that's what
mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes.
What a submission maneuver! You must be familiar with this one,
Nitro
Taz.
still
I've been on both
further
sides of
working
it,
the
Cole,
arm
that's
of
the truth.
Carlito.
And let me tell you, it's better to give than
It
receive.
seems like it's starting to hurt.
You just don't see action like this every day. Oh, geez, look at this.
If the arms ain't working, you're just gonna kick him down. Beautiful executed by
Oh, you
Carlito.
built some momentum, Taz.
It's on the fence, it's a very effective punch to the head as well. And Carlito is finally building up his momentum in his matchup.
Well, it'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, I can enjoy it in peace.
Just giving Nitro a few seconds to recover, and he instantly hits a drop kick, and he's back in control.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match
Going
like
for another
this.
spinning leg
But
drop.
a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
Second one
No
enough.
question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about
Also, another
everything
2 count.
for your career. It has to be as
Carlito.
important to you as anything else in your life.
Carlito just hanging on. Nitro going for another cover.
This is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something you won't see anywhere else. With all due respect to every athlete and entertainer out there, no one gives as much of themselves to their fans as the WWE superstars.
Nitro now working the leg of Carlito.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I
For
prefer to
hitting
stay on
another
this side of the
spinning
announce
leg
table.
drop.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, just let me
Third
train
time
you.
the charm.
You could be
Nitro
cruiserweight
going for the
champion
cover.
for a year.
Well, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people.
And that's
you make
enough.
Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Nitro needing 3 spinning leg drops, but finally it's enough to put Carlito away. Now, next up is Kane versus Booker T.
You know, I don't know if everybody's going to be happy with
Again, apologies for calling them wrong before. Booker, of course, losing to Big Show last week in a singles match. Now, Kane hoping to achieve the same thing that Big Show did. Defeating Booker, building momentum, getting back up on top. Strong victory last week against Rey. Kane wants to prove that he is worthy of a championship.
Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a
Booker
popularity
quick to
contest.
lift up
We've seen
Kane.
this before, Taz. He's been
Lets him
wrestling his
down.
style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
Booker T definitely starting off strong here against Kane in this singles match.
What a counter that
Reversing
was.
all the right moves.
He dodged that bullet. That was a textbook reversal.
And the uppercut to plant
It's
Booker
been said
down.
before, but that doesn't make it any less true. Kane is pure evil to the core. This monster doesn't care about anyone. Oh, would you look at this? Talking about arrogant. It's sickening.
Actually, I think it's great. That's not arrogance, that's confidence. And that's what wins matches.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him.
Kane with a
And now
very
he's going to give
strong
them exactly what they
powerbomb.
want to see.
The
Can't
plant
just
Booker
keep
down
playing
to the
for the
floor.
crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
Big moves planting
Ladies and
Booker
gentlemen, we
down.
are seeing an incredible... I don't think he's going to win any fans over with that.
It ain't about winning over the fans, though, Cole. He's letting everyone know that he don't give a damn what they think.
Booker get another reversal.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. You're second.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think
anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of...
Kane now going for the choke slam.
What a choke slam! All the way
Choke slam
to
from
the bell.
Mel.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really gotta watch
Kane
out
not
for
going for the cover. He's just being outdone.
Oh, man. You see that? It busted him wide open.
Kane now just punching away with Booker, very offensive, very unsettling as well.
Are you nuts or what? This match is just starting to get good now.
And Kane again just flattening his opponent with a falling powerbomb to get the knockout victory. Same thing that happened to Rey, even more vicious this week.
Man, he just knocked his opponent out cold right there.
Here's your winner,
Who the dominant superstar was.
Kane.
That's for sure, Cole. I'll tell you what, I hope these guys have a rematch so we can prove it again.
Very, very unsettling. Kane busting open Booker T before just knocking him out with a powerbomb to get the victory. That's what Kane's all about. Like it or not. Next up, we're having Undertaker versus Big Show. Undertaker trying to prove that he is next in line for that United States title. Recently won by Triple H. A very prestigious title
He
since we
anticipated
started
that
General
move
Manager
perfectly.
mode.
There's the reversal, Cole. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the
Normally
match.
don't see
You
Big Show
decided
being
to
thrown
shut me
around
a
like
gap for a
this,
few
but
seconds,
Taker,
but I could enjoy it
Big
in
has
peace.
strength.
Well,
Taker
excuse
has
me
will.
for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. He's trying to
Big
keep
Show,
these
however,
superstars on the
still
up and
able
up,
to
that's
just
all.
push
Well, it's
Taker
easier to get
aside
some
like it's nothing.
superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're gonna get on your high
Big
horse again
straight
and give us
punch
another
to
lecture
Big
about
Show.
playing fair, I swear to
Instantly
God,
gets
I'm gonna
back
throw
up.
up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you got it. Oh, jeez, look at this.
Big Show able to
Pandering
power
to the
through
crowd.
all
Nothing
Undertaker
wrong with keeping
strikes.
the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. You
Big
could
Show
be any
yet
closer to this match
another
without being in
reversal.
it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
And there's the counter, Cole.
And there's the submission hold.
by
What a deadly move
Undertaker.
this is.
Not kidding, Cole. Whoa.
Not letting
I
go
think
of the
these fans
hold.
have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
Another reversal by Big Show.
Man,
This superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're going to see that fire go out. He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
Taking a look in the leg of Big Show, of course, taking the giant down by the base. Very simple but strategic stuff.
This has been a
And Big Show
great
will get
match so
another
far.
reversal.
And I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Reversal by Taker. taking down Big Show.
It looks like he's decided
Now
to finish
going
off his
for
opponent.
the tombstone.
A tombstone
Big Show
powerbomb.
upside down, landed down for the tombstone. Now going
This
for the cover.
he
Is going to
wasted
be
no
enough.
time going for that pin.
And Taker with a victory over Big Show this week.
You know, I don't know if everybody's going to be happy with the decision, but it's pretty clear who won that one.
Here's your winner,
The ref counted
The Undertaker.
If anyone's got a problem with it, they better hope for a rematch.
Taker with an impressive victory against Big Show this week. A well fought back and forth. In the end, the dead man stood tall. And next up, we're having Triple H versus Rey Mysterio. As Mysterio also trying to prove that he is worthy of a title match in the near future.
Nice quick
Triple
count.
H is trying to brawl away
Here
at
it is,
Rey.
Taz.
Rey using his quickness
And he's about to let his
to
opponent
gain
down.
control
I'll
over
tell you what,
Triple
if his
H.
opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there. Triple H is the man, Cole. I've been in the ring with this dude, and I'm not ashamed to say he took me to limits, and he got the victory. I got a lot of respect for anyone who can pull that one off.
Wait a second. You're telling me that your entire opinion of the man is based on the fact that he beat you in a match years ago?
Yeah.
Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification
Triple
right
H with
there.
just a
Shoulda,
choke to
woulda,
Rey.
coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification. What a reversal. There's the reversal, Cole. He dodged that bullet. Man,
Triple
you
H
just
is having
can't
big
put
shoes
anything
to fill.
over on these fans.
You sure can.
Last
They see
week, him and
everything,
Shawn
they'll let
Michaels
you
were
know
able to
about it.
knock out Randy Orton in the tag team match. Triple H is filling the shoes of Bobby Lashley,
Each of these
one
competitors
of
is
the
looking
most
for the
dominant
slightest
United
bit of
States
weakness
champions
in
we
the
have ever
That's the
seen.
law of the jungle, Cole. And injured superstars like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%,
He's going for the submission.
and he might get it. He's got that hold locked in. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole. Oh, man. These WWE fans, they know what's coming next.
Pedigree! Pedigree! That's gotta be it! Oh my! I think someone's just been busted open!
Look at all that blood.
Oh my god! Here it comes!
The pedigree.
Triple H going for a second pedigree.
Right here.
And that's enough cause for the knockout. Triple H seemingly trying to prove a point that he could get knockout victories as well. Normally he would go for the cover after the first pedigree. Not this week.
Holy great match, Cole. Talk about a
Of
rush.
course, Lashley.
You're not kidding, Ted.
Here's your winner,
Beat the hell out of each other until one
Triple H.
Man, I'll tell you, these great WWE
Lashley throughout his United States title run often won matches with the combination, which was the Dominator followed up by a spear. And if that wasn't enough for a knockout, it definitely was enough for a pin attempt. It seemed like Triple H is going for something as well with a double pedigree. Very interesting to see Triple H changing the way he enters his matches since becoming United States champion. The way that he's been working the matches since facing Lashley for the title. Speaking of Lashley, he's next up against Randy Orton, and of course, the rivals Batista and Shawn Michaels watching on the outside.
You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
Orton actually starting off with the first offense.
I don't know, Cole. I'm kind of unsure about Randy Orton. I mean, he's a pretty boy, let's face it. He's accomplished a couple of big things, but I still think that he's about 90% hype.
A couple of big things?
He has the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see
Orton, of
another one
course, a
right
former
here.
world champion. If Lashley can defeat Orton, and his claim for a world title match is growing ever so
It's so
stronger.
great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it
Great,
locked
Lashley
in.
not
I see
letting
that,
go.
Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity.
Money well played. Lashley still not giving a damn
I
about
can't
it.
even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
I can't deny that the legend killer Randy Orton had a pretty impressive career so far, Cole, but he better be careful that he don't burn out too quick.
I don't think there's much of a chance of that, Taz. I haven't seen any indication that Orton's going to stop impressing WWE fans anytime soon.
Hit reverse of Orton, landing on his feet after that German suplex
And
attempt.
here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent
Lashley
I'll tell
already
you
going
what,
for
if
the
his opponent's
spear.
got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there.
Blinds Orton
Quick show
down.
off. This is supposed to be a
Going for
wrestling
the
match.
cover.
He could get the pin right here. Oh man, I can't
Only
believe
getting the
that
2
wasn't
count.
great.
Lashley complaining to the referee.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match, when you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
We'll excuse, and here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
What a jerk. How about a little less posing and a little more action?
Pump the brakes, girl pants. There's nothing wrong with getting inside your opponent's head like this. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this.
What's he going for
Lashley
here?
going for the
Looks like the
Dominator.
Dominator to me.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what
Followed
they
up
came to
the
see.
Dominator
Hey,
spear.
Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle.
And the crowd has come alive
Lashley not
tonight
going
with
for the
He's going for
cover.
the
I
pin,
do
Cole.
not like Orton's odds. And Lashley, with an impressive victory, gets the 3 count against former world champion Randy Orton. Lashley is stepping to the outside. Orton is trying to
Wow, that
recover
was a heck of a match. I wouldn't mind.
as Michaels and Batista make their way into the ring, because that's our main event tonight, and it seems like Lashley and Orton are going to stay ringside to see what their foes are doing next.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again.
Shawn Michaels
I've
with
seen
a
matches
side
won
headlock to
and
Batista.
lost simply because
Some
one
striking
superstar
offense
was
from
able to
Batista in the
outlast
early
their opponent.
seconds. Back and forth so far.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about
Batista now
competition.
with the side
It's
headlock.
also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
Single leg Boston grab with the high
We
angle.
may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him.
Look at him. He's just radiating confidence. And he's got a lot to be confident about.
Yeah, well, he looks a little overconfident to me, Cole. And that could come back to bite him on a you-know-what. That was a textbook reversal. There's no doubt that Batista made a hell of an impact on Raw, Cole. But now that he doesn't have Triple H or Ric Flair watching his back, I think his days might
That's
be
thrown
numbered.
by Batista.
has taken the best of his former
Puts the
definition
rope
of
break.
this is. We might see a
Actually,
tap
let's
out
go.
right here.
Unlike
Won't
Bobby
surprise
Lashley
me
we
one
saw in the
bit.
previous
The
match.
longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
Single leg Boston grab into
There's the
the
submission
leg
hold.
lock.
I've seen a lot of superstars tap out for this one, Cole. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner. And this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
Michaels lifting Batista up to the Oklahoma slam. And turns it into a good buster.
Successfully executes their finishing move.
Look at the fans, Cole.
Reversed by
They know
Batista
what he's up to.
into the Batista bomb.
God, what a Batista!
Lands Michaels
Here it
down,
is,
going
Taz.
for the
He's
cover. This is
building
going to
up.
be
He may get
enough.
the 3 count right here.
No one's got the 3 right there,
Only
Cole.
a 2
geez,
count.
Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
You feel like a real jerk when somebody counts
Going
you
way
like
back
that.
breaker to Michaels.
Reversal. Can he follow up? Looks like he's taking
Batista
his
going for a
opponent
second
a
Batista
ride.
bomb.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. Quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling
And
match.
that's enough for the knockout. And that concludes our second Smackdown.
God, I'll tell you, I wasn't expecting them to be gentle with each other, but the clubs definitely came off.
Here's your winner,
I can't remember the last time I've seen
Batista
I have to go back to my
and
ECW.
Randy Orton.
That's saying something, folks.
I'm just gonna open the tab for next week. Alright, we have Trish Stratus retaining the women's champion. Melina's contract about to expire. New deal for Kid Cash. Bobby Lashley get a 3.5. Sleeper match that excited the fans was for Triple H. Okay, fair enough. A lot of Smackdown news, and I'm always happy about that because, well, news means people talk about you. Let's see. Batista wants a new contract. Booker wants a win. Rey wants a win. Crazy wants a win. Taker wants a title match. Let's see. Crazy is winning. Rey is winning. Booker isn't. He just needs to suck it up for one more week. Deal with him after SummerSlam. We can deal with Batista's contract. Maybe we shouldn't. Not yet. Soon, Batista. Soon. Really satisfied with the with success that these are having. We are gonna renew Taker 3 months. I'm very selective with contracts because I know what the plan is, obviously. Rivalries are still all thumbs up. That's good. Let's look at the ratings. Mickey James got 2 stars for defeating Matt Hardy. 2 stars for Masters Boogeyman. 3 stars for the women's title match. Philly and Birch are getting pushed as tag team a lot. Melina won the Fatal 4-Way. That's nice. Edge defeated Ric Flair. Okay. 1.5 and 2 stars doesn't surprise me. I mean, thinking back about like a few weeks ago, these matches used to be all 1.5 stars between these people. Mercury and Shava have really gone more over, so that's a good thing. Nitro vs. Carlita 2.5, all 2.5, and 3.5 matches. Content with that. Getting more and more fans. Financially, we're stable. About 25. Ooh, nice. Triple H and Michael still climbing. Orton climbing over Lashley, that does not make sense to me. Nitro number 5. Number 7 on the power 25, that's good. Taker climbing. Still seeing a lot of red. Needs to be more blue. Let's see how Shava is doing. 64. I mean, should be better even at the interview. Oh well. On to next week. The final week. Alright, we don't have enough people for 3 Velocity matches because we have just a couple of tag matches planned as well. So, Super Crazy and Psychosis taking on Gregory Helms and Carlito on the main show. Because we don't have enough spots on SummerSlam as we are sharing it with Raw, we're gonna have a Cruiserweight title match. Shava taking on, not Gregory Helms, he's taking on Kid Cash. Actually, those places triple threat. Because Vito also picked up a victory last week. Sorry. Mysterio is well in place. He's gonna face Booker in the battle of people who've been losing a lot. Rivalry in place of a match for Michael Orton. No, sorry, it needs to be Triple H and Undertaker, actually. Match 3 is gonna be WWE Tag Team Championship match. Kane and Big Show, they gained some momentum. So they're gonna face the tag champs once more. See if they can regain their tag titles. Randy Orton facing Shawn Michaels in a one-on-one match. Rivalry in place of a match for Batista and Lashley. As Lashley, the contender, is facing Undertaker, the contender. And Batista, the champion, is facing Triple H, the champion. So, these are our matches. Let's get to them. I always try to keep these things under 2 hours, which means we have 33 minutes or so to actually do these matches. Let's see if that's not gonna happen. We're gonna go overtime.
Man,
The
even if
Rivalries are
you
super
end up
crazy.
winning a match like this, you're gonna be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's
That
the case
team
if you lose as
action
well.
by
And having to
Mexico
deal
is-
with emotional as well as physical pain is that much
Gregory Allen's
worse.
learning the good spot right now.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel...
Quick tags are the best way to win a match like this, Cole.
Carlito getting tagged in by Helms.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad
That's a
to see
tag team
it.
match against
A WWE
Carlito
match
probably
isn't
fought
just
at
about
best
competition,
as
it's also about entertaining the
I
fans.
don't know what you're gonna do with
Okay, well, if
that
that's the
weight
case,
deduction.
How come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might
Crazy
be
trying
right,
to lift
Taz.
Carlito,
I think it
unable
would
to
be
do so.
extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself. What a counter that was. What a reversal.
Oh, come on, quit showing off.
Snap man,
This is supposed to be a
chokes out
wrestling
Carlito,
match, not a
front drop
popularity
kick.
contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up
And
on a
roll
big
up a super
payoff.
This
crazy.
guy might not have enough to kick out.
I think it's a shame the way Gregory Helms threw away all of his fan support when he decided to stop being the Hurricane.
I totally disagree with you, Cole. For me, that's when Helms grew up and started to become a real serious competitor right here in the WWE. These superstars have been going on all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of
Psychos is
gas
trying to keep the
2 minutes
control
into
over
it.
You
Carlito,
can
but
say that
Carlito
again.
able to
I've
get
seen matches
Psychos
won and lost simply because
away.
one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
These superstars are on top of their game, and only one of them is gonna have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great
Another
match so
attempt to try
far.
and lift
Well, what do you
Carlito
want,
up.
Cole? You want
The
to say that
turnbuckle.
everyone wins so
Again,
nobody
not
gets
working
their
out
feelings
very
hurt?
well.
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
It's the cool punch by the
Watching these
Mexicans.
superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Psychos is now
You're
doing
just
well.
training. You could be cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
Black submission to Carlito.
Submission hold locked in.
Carlito
We
quick
may
to
see a
escape.
tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him.
Psychos is getting rid of Gregory Helms.
You know, Taz, I wish Gregory Helms had stayed on Raw. He was a fan favorite, and he didn't have the chip on his shoulder that he's got these days.
Yeah, but he was also dressed up like some kind of goofy, crazy superhero. And there ain't no cruiserweight title on Raw.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what?
And
Slide
here's
into
the
the
cover.
cover. Gets the 1, the 2. Gregory Helms able to stop it from getting anything more.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. And injured...
He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off? This
Psychos
superstar
with
is
the
all
leg drop.
fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what.
Covering
one
the
mistake,
wrong
I want to see that
person.
fire go out. What?
Rookie mistake.
This has been a great match so far.
I mean,
I think it's
not
pretty
even
obvious.
targeting
There's the
Helms.
cover.
Target is on Carlito.
You
Unbelievable.
believe this match match so
Sometimes
far,
I hate this
Cole.
game.
I really
I
can't,
really do.
Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, there's some
Psychosis with
parts of the
repeated
hell out of
kicks
me
to
here, too.
Carlito.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
You gotta be careful when you're going up there.
Climbing the top rope.
He's got this crowd solidly
Over
behind him.
jumps
And now he's
on
going
the
to give them
elbow drop.
exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing for the crowd, though, Cole. That's how he's going up, and what goes up must come down. Oh, jeez, look
Second
at this.
attempt hits.
Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong.
There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky. Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
You just don't see action like this every day.
Looks like the tag has been made.
These superstars give
Super
everything they
crazy,
got
going
when
for
they're in a match
submission.
like this. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, Parker, and this might be enough for him to tap out right here.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. This is never, ever
Super
going to work.
crazy,
Not
trying
in
to
a
go
million
for the back
years.
suplex.
I hate to say it,
And
but
it's
I think
not
you're
working
right,
out well
Taz.
for him.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. Oh boy, looks like someone's moving up in the world. You know, there is such a thing as
Beautiful moonsault into the
there's the
cover,
pin.
gets the rope break. Very unfortunate.
Man, you talk about this could be
Since
three
that
right
flip
here.
again, rope break.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out.
I think Gregory Helms lost a lot of fans when he decided not to perform as the Hurricane any longer, and I can't blame them.
2 words, cruiserweight title. That's what Helms is all about, and that's what he wore around his waist right after he decided to shape up and get... I don't know, he's putting a lot on the line going up there. You know,
Another
instead of
moonsault.
showboat to the fans, here's the
Carlito's
pin.
down. He's taking a lot of offense at this point, and that's the 3 count. Mexico's with the victory. Alright, that was Velocity to kick off the 3rd week of Smackdown we're doing this week.
Here are your winners,
Wearing down his opponent.
Psychosis
It sure is.
and Super Crazy.
Down to the point where you can't kick out, you got no time.
Now to kick off Smackdown for a final week in this week's stream. It's going to be a Cruiserweight title match. Kid Cash and Vito picking up some high-profile victories in their Cruiserweight division matches. And they're going to take on Chavo for that Cruiserweight belt. Chavo's last title defense was... My apologies. Please reconnect controller. Chavo's last title defense was against Rey Mysterio at the Great American Bash, getting a huge upset victory against the master of the Cruiserweight division. It was definitely a great showcase for all of Cruiserweights. Now Chavo would love to continue the legacy,
It's so great. He's going for the
defeating Kid Cash
submission.
and Vito in
And he
this
might
triple
get
threat.
it. He's got that hold locked in. Taz, this Vito is a genuine monster, and he's as ruthless as he is ugly.
punches to the head of
Keep
Vito.
his voice down. Vito ain't the kind of guy that lets stuff like that slide.
Surely you don't think that Vito would beat me up just because I said something unflattering about him?
Are you kidding me? That's what Vito's all about. And if you keep calling him Shirley, he smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability.
You can show off for the crowd all you want. All that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of the freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
Executed back suplex.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
That'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. If you decide to shut me down for a few seconds, I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry you were
Chavo again, another submission. Stretching the arms backwards to Vito.
Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left.
Domino stretch to kick
And there's
cash.
the submission hold.
Vito with the stop submission this time.
Not kidding, Cole.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, no, that's not going to make you confident, but you got to do whatever it takes to win.
He's looking to put
Chavo going for the gory bomb.
And this will do it.
Landing
The
Vito
glory
down.
bomb.
Chavo knowing
Each
that
of these
Cash is about
competitors
to
is looking
re-enter
for
the
he's got
ring.
this crowd solidly behind
Knocks him
him.
down
And now
with a
he's going to
DDT.
give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing for the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you.
I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there.
Man,
Chavo with the front splash on Vito.
there's the cover.
Has to jump over, kick Cash to Vito.
Kicked
And
out
Vito
just in the nick of
kicking
time.
out. Chavo absolutely
Great reversal.
amazed.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I
Kick Cash
disagree.
now with a
He's
headlock from
wrestled this match his
Chavo.
way all along.
Lift
And
him
now
up
we
with the
see it
shoulders.
paying off.
You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz. You're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd. I think this might be the dead level.
Kick Cash
Sure is.
go for
That's
the
a
brain
modified
buster.
brain buster right there. And
Let
that'll do
Chavo
a number on
down.
your opponent, I'm telling you.
Chavo in jeopardy. Vito now kicking away at Kick Cash.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some
Chavo going
sportsmanship
for a
in the
submission
ring.
to Kick
You gotta
Cash.
understand, Cole. I know it ain't exactly kosher.
He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta, oh man, we know where this is going.
Chavo going for another gory bomb.
He just scored in a big way with that gory bomb.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying. He was one step
Chavo
ahead
going
on
for the
that one.
cover.
He's got him covered.
Very close to the ropes, but just about missing the rope break as Chavo able to pin Vito after two gory bombs and a frog splash. Kid Cash after the enziguri unable to stop the pin attempt, and Chavo retains the Cruiserweight Champion.
That was a decisive victory for him. The future's looking bright for that man right there.
Here's your winner,
Whenever you can
Chavo.
Next up, we're gonna have Rey Mysterio taking on Booker T in singles action as both men are desperate to get a victory. The match after that will be Johnny Nitro Mercury In the rematch against Kane and Big Show for the WWE Tag Titles, as Kane and Big Show hope to recapture their tag team gold.
What a reversal!
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience. He's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to
Rey
give them
Mysterio
exactly what
already
they want to
using
see.
all of his
Can't just keep
athleticism.
playing to the crowd, though, Cole.
Get the offense and
He
Booker.
wasted no time
Going for the cover.
pin.
Early in the match. Gets a 2 count. Booker with a kick out.
Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there. Watch it. He reversed it. Oh, come on. Quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match. He's going for the pin, Cole.
Beautiful maneuver into the cover. The referee just a little bit stunned and Booker with a kick
Yeah,
out.
well, I'll tell you what. One mistake and wouldn't see that fire go out pronto.
And the crowd is
Ray
come
telling
alive
the
tonight
refs
with a
not to
chant
sleep
directed
during
at the
matches.
superstars in the
That's a
ring.
very good
Yeah, and
point.
you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done. Man, you talk about superstars and we ain't got enough. You know, instead of showboating to the fans,
Beautiful Corona into the cover of Rey Mysterio.
You know, there is such a thing.
The referee's hand
And he
was
gets a 2
up,
count.
down for a 3 count. Nice reversal.
If Booker wants to win this thing, he better get focused on his opponent and get his mind off the fans.
You might as well tell Booker to stop breathing, Taz. He was born to entertain a crowd.
That's
I
a
don't
little
think
bit
we've ever
Booker
seen
reversal
anyone do
away.
that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Your fans like to see you win matches and maybe a title every now and then, too. So you know what? Booker T, he better keep his mind on that.
Booker building up some good
These
momentum here.
superstars have been going hard all match.
Rey now with the
They sure
reversal.
have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
Look out. He's
Booker
measuring
now
his opponent.
with the showing kick.
Scissors kick. You might have just knocked this guy out cold, Cole.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really gotta watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Rey climbing the top rope once more.
The adrenaline is pumping.
Another
The crowd is
beautiful
coming
Hurricane
alive.
Rana.
This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself for a bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this. I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there. Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing. This is going to be big, one way or the other.
Very sloppy hit.
He's going up.
But a hit
And what
nonetheless.
goes up must come down.
I hate Rey's offense.
Man, this Rey Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. And he's got these fans on their feet. They know what's up.
There it is. A huge 619.
Rey Mysterio going for the 619. First one of this match.
Booker T has accomplished so much in his career.
He can get the pin right here.
Getting the 1, the 2, but not the 3.
Rey Mysterio never fails to impress me, Taz. It seems like every time I see him in the ring, he finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
You know, Cole, people want to doubt this guy's sincerity or nothing like that, but I gotta tell you, he's
Rey
obviously
Mysterio
playing
with the
boss.
roll up.
Wow, talk about
Surprise was
fucking close.
none of
That
us.
was almost 3.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
Splash to Booker.
Can he
That's
do
the
it?
1. That's the 2.
Come
And
on.
again, not the
That
3.
had to be 3.
He was one step ahead on that one. I think that if one of picking up
Second
a
619.
head of steam.
Oh man, here it comes, Cole. 619.
When Rey Mysterio gets going, he gets going good. Second 619 for this match.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness.
Here's the pin. This could be it.
Gets the 1, the 2, and again, no 3.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here.
Another roll for Rey Mysterio.
His opponent right here. Is that it? No, only a 2 count.
That's not where you want to be when you're
619,
fighting this guy.
number 3.
That's why. 619.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch on the mat.
Now cover it down.
This could be it.
And 3 times the charm. Rey Mysterio with the 3 count. Gets the victory over Booker T tonight.
That was a decisive victory for him.
Next up, the tag titles on the line as, again, we only have so many spots on SummerSlam as we are sharing it with Raw. Joey Mercury and Johnny Nitro defending against the former champions, Kane and Big Show. Mercury starting off with a quick
Here's the
kitchen
reversal, Cole.
sink.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical.
Mercury
But
quick
I don't
to
think
knees
anyone
as
was
Elias is
prepared
in his
for
thick of
this.
frame
I've got to admit, it
to
kind of took
gain
me by surprise,
offense
Cole. That don't happen too often.
against Kane here
That's an
tonight.
understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career.
Reversal by
We've both called
Kane.
hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. These WWE fans just can't get a...
Is this what I think it is?
Mercury
Well, if you thought
already
it was a
with a
double
double
DDT,
underhook
you're
DDT.
right, Cole.
He's going for the pin. This could be it. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
Nitro and Mercury trying to make sure they keep control over Big Show and Kane.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of
Tag
good in
action.
them, huh? Well,
Double
look at it
Nitro.
right here.
That's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud,
Nitro not punching away at Kane.
you might wind up risking your
Staying
career
on top,
for a
just
single
dealing
match.
damage as much as
This
possible.
ain't ballet.
But you do not
You
want
gotta
someone like
go
Kane
in
to
there
recover.
every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to admit. Here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole.
If I had to pick only one reason why I'm not on Raw, I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. I love hearing...
And there's the reversal.
Kane will get another reversal. Really trying to fight back against the onslaught of offense
These
that Nitro
superstars
and
are on
Mercury have
top
been
of their
delivering.
game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's
Working
a real
well
shame
together
because,
at
like
every
you
single
said,
turn.
this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to see
Submission
that
by Nitro,
everyone wins
very
so
close to the
nobody
ropes.
Oh
wins?
my, the submission
Twist
hold
feels
is
the Big
locked
Show.
in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole.
Nitro already going for that spinning leg drop. Deals
Man, this match is
Massive
so
amounts of
good.
damage to
It's even
Kane's
worse
skull.
if this guy might not have
Big
enough to
Show,
kick
of
out.
course, stopping the pin.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the
Double
game,
strike
Cole,
followed by a double
intensity.
elbow drop.
You gotta stay on your
Courtesy
opponent
of
until one of
Mercury
you can't
Nitro.
go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they...
Oh boy, we've seen this one before.
We certainly have. A double underhook DDT, and that usually signifies... It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Mercury going for the cover.
And there's the pin!
And Nitro and Mercury able to retain the tag team titles here tonight. And that's to fill the times for Kane and Big Show to defeat Nitro and Mercury, first to lose tag titles,
He might have
seconds to
gotten the
regain
pinfall,
them.
Cole, but I'd be real surprised if we didn't see a rematch after that one.
Here are your winners,
These fans are, too.
Well, I hope
Johnny
so, Cole.
Nitro
Fans speak and WWE listens.
and Joey Mercury.
Next up, we got Randy Orton taking on Shawn Michaels. Just ahead of their SummerSlam and the feud match. I want to see who gets the momentum going into the match, who gets the advantage. Orton starting off with a clothesline straight out of the gates.
I don't know, Cole. I'm kind of unsure about Randy Orton. I mean, he's a pretty boy, let's face it. You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz. You're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd, and here we go with the submission hold. This could be a
Michaels
pivotal moment in
going
this
for the
match.
It
sharpshooter.
sure could.
Orton
There's a
able
lot
to
of pressure being applied in that
have the
hold,
hold
Cole.
released.
Nice reversal.
Reversal by Michaels.
And there's the reversal.
Trading chops. And Orton now with a clothesline.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, oh man, this is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can
He
imagine.
smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
Neckbreaker by
This
Randy
superstar
Orton.
is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and wouldn't see that fire go out pronto.
He knows
Orton
his
going for the
opponent is
sleeper.
completely helpless to resist
Sleeper
the
with
submission
scissors.
hold.
And that means you got to either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you
Failed to
got
lock in
just
properly
flat
first
out
time. Is
tap
going
out.
for it again.
Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a
And a
lot of
reversal
fight
to
out.
Shawn Michaels. Dropkick connects.
Look at that. That's going to go over the
Neckbreaker
the fans and
Orton.
build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they
He's looking for his
And another
finisher.
throw.
And there it is, Cole. The RKO.
Completely out
Man,
of
that'll take
nowhere.
your head right off.
Gets the one, the two,
Yo, it's
the
got the
Michaels
three
able
right
to kick
there,
out.
Cole. I can't deny that the legend killer Randy Orton had a pretty impressive career so far, Cole. But he better be careful that he don't burn out too quick.
Missing
there's much
the
of a chance of that,
clothesline on
Taz.
Michaels in the
I
corner.
haven't
Michaels
seen
able to
any
step out
indication
of
that Orton's going to
it.
stop
Second one
impressing
connecting.
WWE fans anytime soon. He's got this crowd solidly behind him,
Orton
and now he's going to
missing
give them
with the flying
exactly what they want
crossbody,
to see.
jumping
Can't
over
just
Shawn
keep playing to
Michaels.
the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
He's going for the pin.
And Orton gets the pinfall after a running neckbreaker. It's a little underwhelming, wasn't it? Just breaking this illusion now. How the hell did Michaels not kick out? Oh well.
I don't think there's any question in anyone's mind who won that match, Taz.
It should be, Cole.
Here's your winner.
Next up, our team title challengers are gonna face each other, as World Champion contender Lashley is gonna face US Champion contender The Undertaker, and of course our main event, we're gonna do the exact same thing, but with the champions. As World Champion Batista is gonna take on US Champion Triple H. Lashley versus Undertaker first. Obviously, if one of the contenders wins and the other champion wins, we might see what the results could be this Sunday at SummerSlam.
Instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to the
Lashley
sky.
once again showing his dominant strength, like he's been doing throughout his US title reign. Since moving the belt to Triple H, he's been dying to go after Batista and the World Heavyweight title.
He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
3, 4. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for. Ah, now that's the way you do it. Let your opponent know who the boss is.
Or you can just keep posturing and give your opponent time to recover.
Taken with the reversal. Going into the Boston draft, and it seems like Taker's
He ain't
gonna
taking any chances with this
get
submission,
the
Cole.
momentum in this
Look at
match.
how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I
Earning
wouldn't be
the lower
surprised
back
if
of
he got his
Lashley with
opponent
that
to tap
Boston
out
grab.
right here.
There's not
However,
a
Lashley
superstar
already
in the
getting back
locker
up on his
room
feet,
without
blanking
all
Undertaker
these
down.
fans, Cole.
Just a
Right
good
about
old-fashioned
that.
wrestling
Now, what a
maneuver.
deadly submission hold this is.
Going into
We
the
might see a
armbar
tap out
submission.
right here.
Won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have of serious
He
injury.
was one step ahead on that one.
Nice quick counter.
Undertaker sidestepping whatever attack Lashley was planning on doing, only to run into Lashley's clothesline.
His offense is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool, keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. Why doesn't he put his money where his mouth is and continue with the match?
Hey, slow down a little bit, Cole. Just having a little fun in there.
Look at that. That's the way to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. He's looking for a big
Lashley
move
going for
here.
the Dominator.
Don't get much bigger than this. Dominator. This superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what. One mistake, I'm
Followed
going
up
to see that
by
fire
the
go out
spear.
pronto.
Undertaker getting up off his feet.
And now
Gets
he's
knocked
going
down
to
by the spear. Lashley gaining some momentum ahead of his world title match. Now we're going to have to see if Batista is going to be able to do the same with Triple H. It's going to build the momentum heading into his US title fight with Taker.
Holy great match, Cole. Talk about a rocket buster.
You're not kidding, Ted.
Triple H versus Batista. World Heavyweight Champion versus United States Champion. Two powerhouses battling it out in the main event for Smackdown just days before SummerSlam. Spear by Batista.
Here's the reversal, Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars, for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them.
There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
He ain't taking
Submission by
any chances
Batista.
with this
Triple H
submission,
able to
Cole.
get out of the ring quickly.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent
Batista
to
will
tap
get another
out right
submission.
here.
Surfboard
He smells blood
stretch.
in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
Very simple but
just can't
effective
put
submission
anything
maneuver.
over on. He dodged that bullet.
Triple H now with the reversal.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
Look at that.
Running
That's going to
STL
go
by
over big for the
Batista.
fans and build some momentum
Planting
at the
Triple
same
H down with
time.
authority
really
as you know
gotta
goes
watch
for
out
the
for your
high end
opponent
with
when
Boston
they're getting fired
grab,
up.
single
Submission
Boston
maneuver.
grab.
You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole.
between
That's
the
the
shoulder
truth.
blades.
And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
This capacity
Batista
crowd
now
is
going
on
for
its
the
feet.
Batista
It
bomb.
knows what's coming.
Here it comes. Batista bomb.
Lands Triple H
That'll
down.
break every bone in
Rolls
your
into the
body,
cover.
Cole.
This is going to be enough for Triple H away.
Really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt
And it
these
seems
fans
like
love
that
him,
for
Taz.
now.
And he's
Even though it's been debatable for quite a while, the World Heavyweight Champion is still above the United States title here on SmackDown. And that's it for our matches this week. We're just going to go over the results of Raw and SmackDown before we can end the stream.
He might have gotten the pinfall, Cole, but I mean,
Like I said, I hope to be able to do it within the 2-hour time frame, as I don't really like going over. We're at 2 hours 3 now, so unfortunately that didn't work out so well. Alright, the shows collide. SummerSlam is coming up. For the first time since WrestleMania, SmackDown and Raw will be on the same card. You can be sure the general managers will be putting on the best show possible. This is their chance to show off their brand and sway fans to tune into their show. You can count on some big matches at this event. The big question is, which show will draw the better ratings? Alright, interference by Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy showed up on SmackDown. No, that actually didn't happen. So, you know, always love those news items because they're never real. General manager came to terms with a new contract for Undertaker. That's very true. Kurt Angle and Edge became the new World Tag Team Champions because of reasons. And the tag titles were defended. It's also very true. Email. SmackDown and Raw. SummerSlam is approaching and this will mark the first cross-branded pay-per-view of the year. The two shows won't be facing off against one another, but I will be very interested in seeing which brand puts on the better matches. The show that has the most fans before the pay-per-view will get the last match on the card. Good luck. That goes to SmackDown, which is amazing, of course. So, Rivalries, all of them still thumbs ups. That's good. Our roster is looking pretty good as well. Undertaker is unsatisfied because he really wants that title match. Just have a little patience, man. It's coming. Booker wants to win, and Khalida wants to win. That's a problem for next SmackDown. Not for now. Now to go over the ratings. Raw didn't even have 6 matches. Wow. Tori Wilson defeated Mickey. Matt Corrali, Matt Hardy, and the Boogeyman defeated Finlay, Ken Kennedy, and Shelton Benjamin. Bob Burchill and Chris Masters defeated Trish Stratus. Mick Foley, JBL, and Lita defeated Rob Van Dam. Okay. Kurt Angle and Edge defeated Flair and Cena for the tag titles. The 4 that are basically fighting for every title on the brand. And Mick Foley is one of them as well, actually. Our results. 1.5 for the pre-show. 2 stars for Chavo, defeating Kid Cash and Vito, okay, to 2.5 stars. 3.5 for Orton and Michaels, only 3 for Lashley Taker. Could have expected that, to be fair. And Triple H Batista, 4 stars. Financially, A bit of a dip, but we didn't do any promos for cash, so that's good. Lashley on 5, Orton on 3, Batista on 1. Awesome. It's looking pretty well, to be fair. Kane and Mercury climbing the ranks. That's just fine. Lashley taking on Batista. Orton is going to face Michaels. Triple H is going to face Undertaker. Anything on the pre-show we're going to have to do with Nitro, Mysterio, Chavo, Mercury. Kane and Big Show next in line as well, according to this. Could be a rematch, but hey. We get the one pre-show match. One match against Chris Masters. Pre-show. Alright, so we have Rob Van Dam taking on Ric Flair in a ladder match. Cena versus Finley in a backstage brawl for the IC title. WWE Championship Kurt Angle versus Edge. That's actually not a bad match. It's, I mean, underwhelming in a few ways. Like JBL and Paul Burchill as managers in his ladder match. A ladder match for nothing. I always hate that. But yeah, like I said, our 3 main rivalries going into this: Michaels and Randy Orton, Undertaker and Triple H for the US title, Batista and Lashley for the World Heavyweight Championship. Those are the 3 matches you can expect for SummerSlam, of course. On the pre-show, we'll make things work. It'll be fine. So, that marks the end of this week's stream. Like I said, a little bit over time, but considering we did all 3 weeks, all matches, I'm quite happy. So, if you made it all the way to this part of the video, that probably means you like this, and it means you'll be interested in SummerSlam as well. So, make sure you like the video to show support, comment what you thought of all these matches that were happening tonight, and of course make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we go live. Very important for next week when we are doing SummerSlam, so make sure you do that. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Goodbye.